Hey, they say it ain't over till it's over, and let me tell you, this one definitely ain't over.
Hello, Lemon. Good to see you.
Hello, Lemon. Good to see you.
How you doing today? I'm doing okay. Sorry I'm a little late tonight, but I'm here. A strawberry jackery sounds pretty good right now.
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the LA Chargers. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles.
I am the Chargers tonight.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store, as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Running on first down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this carry not as productive.
Right.
He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
I didn't mean to do that.
Team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And shutting him off now open field. And a big return will get
The chat's still here. It's just you in the chat.
Short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense.
Crackers with hummus sounds actually pretty good.
Under center for the Vikings, out comes the
I'm out of
Michigan
snaps.
State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
Here's Madison running on first down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second and a couple. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On play action, Cousins. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Madison will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through.
Did you do anything fun today there,
nice job there, only
Lemon?
giving up a 3-yard gain.
Did you work today? Hopefully it was a good day for you.
Second down and 7. Here's Herbert.
My day was good.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's how you should have the interception and throw the opening drive. Come back and Listen, calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle with Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here now a 3rd and 20. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. But the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
1st down. Here's Cousins. He gets it to Addison. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jefferson has his first catch. He also has a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
First and 10, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll go Madison up the middle. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. Open man is Osborne. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Cousins now. Complete. Jefferson the target. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as a tackle made at the 18. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down and 4. Cousins. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try to run with Madison. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Joseph now to have the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. L.A. readies for its next possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Herbert now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it, and the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And now out comes Minnesota. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start on the ground with Madison.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9.
It's good to see you all here. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I apologize for being a little bit later tonight, but we are live. We are doing well. It's good to see you all here. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, share this out. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate you all for tuning in tonight. Happy Thursday, happy Friday. It's 12:13 here. It's Friday morning. Good to see you all here. That could have been a good interception.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity.
But it's finally football season here.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Back deep for LA is Darius Davis. Just taken around the 12.
NFL preseason has started as well. College starts next month. We are rocking, we are rolling. Now we just gotta hold on to the ball and not get an interception for the 14th millionth time.
He's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions. He'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And you gotta get that first down. Gotta do better. Come on. Gotta wake up.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's gonna fire this thing deep right side.
There we go. Nice.
He will make the catch.
Nicely done.
38-yard pickup.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert.
Catch it.
Would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards.
I'm usual.
It appears that he's been waiting
I'm more of a Brown fan.
to get out here and take off.
First carry now for Joshua Kelly, the former Bruin. And that one blows.
But I kind of root on both.
Before he could even get started. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTS save product.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
For who?
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
I know Browns and Steelers are rivals.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of them. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. Makes it 14-7. That one in the books as a
24.
Drive. And it's Austin Eckler who
And
finishes
hello,
things
Scott.
off with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one finding the hands of Brandon Powell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the handoff, it's Madison. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Cousins. Catch catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
I'm at 487.
There, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after.
Almost to 500. Slowly, but slowly we're getting there.
Here's Cousins. And now the ball's out.
Here we go. Nice.
And now off to the races down the right side. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run.
Too early. Too early.
Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. Zone coverage
that was
there,
my bad.
Playing deep.
That was my fault.
A little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Appreciate it. I think YouTube's having some issues tonight.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Glad you enjoy it.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this 1st half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. They snap it to Herbert.
There we go. Oh, come on. Come on, dude.
And they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Going to run with Madison again. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
I try to make good plays.
Cousins to throw it.
Nice pass, dude.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And past the 40. before he's
Hello,
out of
Bob.
bounds.
I am supporting. I'm showing the
Pretty good
love.
punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense
Good to see you, Bob.
was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A
Yep.
little bit of a luck.
That was a fail.
Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
All you need is love.
Good
Love.
starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Following the interception,
There you
Cousins.
go.
Throw
Oops.
left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Osborne motions left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Asante Samuel able to make the play defensively.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Hopefully you guys had a great day.
6
Happy
yards
Friday to
pick
you
up, and that's a 1st
all.
down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Cousins. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. To Jefferson on the slant. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 14. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Now a give to Madison. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
All right, defense, come on now.
They'll run out of the gun with
Wide
Akers,
open.
and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the
Wide
goal line
open.
at about
Come
the
on.
1 yard
Come on,
line.
D.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Now Cousins. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Justin Jefferson with an acrobatic catch. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. For the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and
gotta get that first
down.
down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass interference. Nice.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Thank you. I'll take that.
Defensive stand, roughing the passer, wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
We got lucky.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd
First down. Nice.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Boom.
He's out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33-yard. Kevin O'Connell clearly
He's
unhappy
in.
with that
Come
call.
on.
He's thrown that red challenge flag out
He's
on the
in.
field. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide.
One.
And I got to say,
He's
watching
in.
it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call.
Waste of a challenge.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Up the middle with Eckler. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Eckler
All the way
again.
home. Let's go.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays, so let's make sure that we don't let him get going again. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Cousins from the gun on third. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it.
Where are you throwing, son?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10.
Come on, D.
Back to throw again.
Nice. Do it again. Just throw it away. Why not?
Trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Powell on the catch. And he gets
all right, punting. Let's go. Punt return.
To keep the drive alive. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding
unless they're going to go for it, which is kind of dumb, but they should just punt it.
And they rallied and made the tackle.
It's 4th and 5th. Are they going for it? Nope.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Let's go.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage.
Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the second time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm
fantasy.
going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy a lot, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You don't.
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching
You're an analyst. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 86 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. It's Eckler again. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Open a nice catch.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
I don't know what I just did.
Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. A quick throw there is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Returnable here for Davis. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
again. It's Cousins. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Cousins on first down. This one brought in by Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll throw again. Cousins. This is caught by Addison. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Joseph is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
All right, well, obviously. Hello, Adam. Good to see you. How you doing?
I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. It was a running back, Alexander Madison, who put together a solid first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
They'll go with Akins here up the middle.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Davis now to return it. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
He'll hand off here to Eckler.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
105 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. A big completion there against double coverage, and Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got a pick before. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use...
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have cut the lead back down to 2. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
And a little element there of chasing points, because that's the 2nd time they've had a failed 2-point conversion. Now they're down 2.
Yeah, you don't kick it the first time, and now you feel like you're in a position where you have to go for 2 in this spot. The chasing points, hard to catch up. That's why a lot of coaches make it a hard, fast rule. Don't go for 2 unless you absolutely have to.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
It's kind of a quiet night tonight. Of course, I am kind of later than usual, so it is my fault. It's alright.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
They know that old expression.
Not much going on here. Just playing some Madden here.
So far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage.
Just chilling.
It's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks
that's what we're doing tonight. Just chilling.
That was the same case on that play. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Cousins now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 35. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Another carry now for Madison. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 82 yards here for Madison. He's got a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Jefferson moving in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Play fake. Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Come on, D. Come on.
Mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Cousins. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Cousins.
Nice.
He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Oh, Tito Agbanaya getting in there to drop him.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Joseph's got it.
Interesting.
And that will push the lead up to 5. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
No pain, no gain.
The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
No.
One of the linebackers has got it.
Wow, really?
And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
It really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second down and 8. To throw is Cousins. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And they'll accept that penalty. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And that flag accepted. delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Going to get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. Get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. Get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. Get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. Going to get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. Not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. Get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. Get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. to get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. Not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. And now we're going to get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. Get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. Not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. to get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. And now we're going to get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. And now we're going to get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. Not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. Get a delay of game, and that's going to back him up halfway. Get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. And that's going to back him up halfway. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. So that's going to push him back half the distance. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And they'll still try and run for it. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6. So we'll see if they can take better care of football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey,
I'm okay.
All that stuff just goes right out the
I apologize, guys.
Right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hand.
Thank you for the raid, Mo. Good to see you.
Around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
Play action now. Cousins. This one caught by Osborne, right side. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing is Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. Linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On second down, this is Madison. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Cousins.
Come on, D. Here we go. Nice.
They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. The kick by Joseph is good, and they have regained the lead. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up. And
hello,
now
Mark.
take it downfield,
Good to see you. How you doing, sir?
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Oh, you know what? Since we
talked about defenders, specifically
run.
Linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that.
Catch the ball.
Correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Good work there to force the incompletion and fourth down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on fourth down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
Better.
In by his big tight end, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses
they're doing great.
5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 5. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Here's Herbert now on second down. It's been a good one
Boom.
so far. Just a 2-point game
Boom.
here as we get set for quarter number 4. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That is
It would have been a nice play, but we get catch the ball.
Play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. The throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 22-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just keep it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Eckler
First down.
again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Spiller trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped short.
Eat him up, rah, rah, rah.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Donald Parham taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
The extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. With the football going back to the Vikings offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Going to run with Madison again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
3rd and 1. Here's Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
But I'm glad it's Friday.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd.
I mean, it's Friday here, but it's already Friday elsewhere.
Offensive lineman, when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg.
No.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Cousins. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give to Madison. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
All right, D, come on.
From the red zone now, Cousins. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a 2nd and 6. Cousins to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And this won't do it.
He
needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect,
he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own and take a fourth quarter lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
It's complete. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
All right.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here first.
We should just run the clock down. But no.
Fake, he'll look to throw.
Nice catch.
He's got a man complete.
First down.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They'll give up the middle to Kelly. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Herbert running left off the option.
It's a zombie apocalypse. Run the ball.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Go.
They run up the gut with Kelly.
First down. Come on.
About 4 on
that
the
first
play,
down.
But he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
There we go. Here we go.
In for a Charger touchdown. Joshua Kelly, a 9-yard touchdown run.
Just for you guys.
The Chargers are able to move back in front. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. There's a nice move. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Cousins.
Come on.
And this one incomplete.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on, D.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So from Charger territory now,
Rice cakes, yum.
10 at the 42-yard line. On the handoff, it's Madison. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 10 more there and another 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense
all right, Amy, you have a good night. Good seeing you guys. I appreciate it. Sorry for being quiet. Good to see you all. Thanks again for the raid, Mo.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Madison. Stops short of the 25, but that 2nd effort got him a couple extra. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Oh, that was a thing to beauty right there.
Look at how those blockers
fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Complete to Addison on the out route. And out of bounds right around the 20. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Cousins.
Where are you throwing?
Too wide and incomplete.
Where are you throwing, son?
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be stopped real short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
1 score down.
Come on,
here
D.
we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's
Here we
Madison.
go.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be
All right,
2nd and goal.
That's good.
You have a good night, sir. Good seeing you. Thanks again for the raid.
Nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Madison. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys.
I've always called it that since day one. I know how to read.
They were able to make the stop.
And you knew
What you talking about, Willis? There we go.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Joey Bosa
What you talking about, Willis?
able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Boom.
Fourth quarter,
2
down
minute
to the
warning.
final 2 minutes.
Let's
and we got a
go.
1-score game.
Come on.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Here it is, 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. K.J. Osborne from 8 yards out.
Well,
and the Vikings have yet again
this
retaken the lead.
is
Still an
very
important piece of
disappointing,
business
chat.
to take care of the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Three timeouts. Can we do it? Can we do it?
Spanning 15 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Darius Davis on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers down by a field goal. 1:53 remaining. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Now Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of advantage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Hey, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him.
Boom. Get in there. Yeah.
Caught.
Let's go.
And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Rip.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
Not today. Not today.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front.
All right, Mark, you have a good night as well.
The contest.
It's good to see you guys.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. So now it's the Vikings' turn, trailing by 4. A little over 50 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Cousins to throw. Pass complete. It's Hawkinson. And they get him down.
And they got full timeouts too.
Across the 40-yard line. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock as he picks up maybe 8, and that's all.
All right, Mark, you have a good night. Good seeing you. Have a great weekend, sir.
But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now Cousins.
Come on, get him.
Pass complete. It's Madison. And he'll
20
get
seconds.
It
Let's
down to the
go.
47 here.
Can we call a timeout?
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Come on.
Here's 1st down. Here's Cousins. Pass caught here by Osborne. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I don't know, guys.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I want to win.
Well, this offense still has the
It's 45 to 49. And I got 15 seconds.
Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by
last timeout.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final.
Come on, Dean, you can do this. 10 seconds. Let's go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. That's
okay. Yes.
By the Chargers.
Ball game.
He's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they called it up.
Lucky.
I don't don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security
W's in the chat.
Practice all next week.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
Hey Leslie, I won.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
All right, guys. Thank you, thank you. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it now. Thank you all for being here tonight. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you all for sticking with me. It was a longer stream than usual, but thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. I will be back live on Saturday playing Fortnite. You guys have a great night. Have a great Friday. Happy weekend to all of you. Stay safe, stay healthy. Wash your hands, drink your soap, and so much more. You guys are truly appreciated. Appreciate you for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button, share it out, and subscribe. And we will do this again soon. Y'all have a good night. Much love. Take care.